Hola my amigos, ¿Qué pasa? How's it going? Katie here. So in this video, I am going to tell y'all the recap of 2020. This is the 2020 recap video. And usually I would have a updated ticket collection for my movie tickets, but you know, 2020 and COVID and whatnot. But anyway, so this recap is going to be way different, obviously, than any of the other years. Things were so different, and I'm sure, you know, everybody knows that. So, starting in January, didn't do anything. Things were still basically running like normal. Everyone was, you know, trying to figure out what was happening and why everyone was dropping like flies or whatever you want to say. February, we did that broom standing up thing where like everyone everywhere just had brooms standing up, and then everyone was like, we gotta go put the brooms back to like reverse the effect of corona. I don't know, so I feel like that was worth mentioning because we definitely did that at work. We just, all of us, brooms standing up around the building. In March, we shut down for to-go only. We had 7 people. We had the chosen 7. I was part of it, and we only had 7 workers, and we were shut down until May for to-go only. I got sick in March, and a few other people at my work as well did. I got antibody tested instead of actually tested, because things were like still pretty new then, and I didn't get tested like right after I got sick either. I waited a while, like probably a month or 2, and my results came back negative. So I don't know how I feel about that, because other people that I was around tested positive for the antibodies, so mine could have been a false negative or whatever, but I was definitely sick the same week that they were, but we didn't instantly think COVID because it was still such a new thing. But I only got antibody tested, so they just drew some blood and they said it was negative, so I guess that means I could still get it. I mean, you can still get it even after you get it, but yeah. So yeah, March I got sick. There were 7 of us. We were to go only, and I worked 2 days a week. I worked Saturday and Sunday all day. That's all that I got scheduled. They were the 2 busiest days, but I went from 40 hours to 2 days, and I did not know what to do with myself. In fact, mentally I shut down for about 4 months, because by the time that I realized that everything was happening, there was nothing left in the stores, and it was insane. Like, it hit me way after it hit everybody else, and so I was just like, like things are happening. In April, I was stuck at home because of only working 2 days, so I had a lot of off time, and I don't like ever being at home. I like to work, so yeah, I was really bored. I made a lot of TikToks, and yeah, you can follow my TikTok. It's Katie Hatie, KAE_HAE, or Katie Sue 88. I don't know which one it actually is, but yeah, I have almost 20,000 followers now, so that's kind of cool. In May, we opened back up. We opened the Thursday before Mother's Day, and my first day back with dine-in was Mother's Day, and it was insane. It was like we never shut down. It was crazy. Like Mother's Day and Father's Day and like all those, they're all super busy at my restaurant. We're a barbecue place, so of course everyone and their literal mom wants barbecue. So it was insane, and it was really good to see all of our business. Like, people were really happy that we opened back up for dine-in, and like a lot of them were still to-goes, but it was insane. It was awesome that we still got a bunch of money for our store. Also, a lot of people were like, how's your store doing, and like, how is all this, like, are you guys doing okay? First of all, we own our building. So that's like a huge chunk of like cash that like we don't even have to, you know, worry about. So we're fine. Like, we had so many freaking caterers, we had so many parties, so much like pickups. The bar never stopped, okay? Like, it never stopped. In June, we went to Lake of the Ozarks like we usually do. Next year we're supposed to go on a cruise, but we're not exactly sure, like, the 411 on that yet. But it was really exciting and fun that we still got to go to Lake of the Ozarks, because instead of it being like 15 of us like usual, it was only 6 of us, just me and my mom, my dad and brother, and then my dad's brother and his fiance girlfriend. And it was a great time. And we rented a boat, we got to go fishing, Dad brought the canoe and kayaks. Like, it was awesome. It was so fun, even though it was just a few of us, and I was in the kayak a lot. I love our kayak, it's so fun. Oh, there was this little baby deer that didn't have a mom, because we were like right next to a busy road, so we think the mom may have gotten hit, and then like the little baby wandered down to where our canoes and kayaks were, and there was like all these vultures like circling around. We're like, get in the canoe, little buddy. And like you could like pet it, and like people were feeding it, and not we, but like this lady that was like all about this thing, this baby deer, she like took it inside of her house. And our condos that we're in are like not pet friendly, like you can't have pets in there. This lady took this baby deer inside her house. I was like, yep, I'm gonna feed this or whatever. And yeah. And then she called, and then my uncle's fiance actually also called the like reserve or whatever. They were like, just watch it, you know, like, don't like too people-y it, but watch it, because it's such a baby and it had like little spots and everything. So it was like super, super young, but it was so cute. We were like trying to feed it crackers and stuff. In July, on the 3rd, we celebrated Jake's celebration of life. His autopsy came back as a heart attack, I believe is what it said. So hopefully he went peacefully in his sleep. That whole situation just really sucked. And because it wasn't COVID related, and with everyone else, you know, passing from COVID, it took a very long time to get answers as to like what happened to him. And I'm still really sad that I didn't get to go to his funeral, because it was like 10 or less people. So that just kind of really sucks. But we did get to go to his house, and his parents had like a celebration of life on July 3rd, because he loved 4th of July and like blowing crap up, you know, as we all. So they got like huge fireworks, and it was a really great time just to honor Jake. And you know, he was there with us, like, yeah, way to go, guys, like, whoa, that's a big one. So that was kind of fun. And then 4th of July was 2 years with Sal, and I got this necklace this year. It's opal. And I went to Hallie's again this year for 4th of July, and Hannah showed up, so that was super fun. It was like a little baby work party. In July, my mom finally got her open heart surgery, and it was very strict. You can only have one visitor a day, and like that one visitor was the only visitor. So whether or not that person like left and they don't like you leaving or coming back, but you could have one visitor. So one day I was my mom's one visitor, and stayed with her for a few hours, but she was like basically asleep. But it was really good to like see her, and she got to go home, and she recovered so fast. Like, she was walking, she was building things, she was like making candles. Like, my mom can't sit still to save her life. That must be where I get it from. Like, I hate just like sitting unless I'm asleep. So yeah. At work we had a goodbye party for Bridget. That was really fun. We it's funny, we played Mexican music and blindfolded her and sent Holly to go get her, and she straight up thought we were in a Mexican restaurant when in reality we were at work in our banquet room. And it was great. It was great because when she took off the blindfold, she's like, this isn't a Mexican restaurant. It was like we were playing like a mariachi band or something. It was so funny. That was great. In August, my cousin had a honeymoon shower, which none of us have actually ever heard of, but their honeymoon got canceled. Well, not canceled, like postponed or something. So we had a little family get together to like honor them and support them before they got married, because their wedding also got postponed. They got married, they did it differently, but I think next year, well, you know, hopefully next year, they're trying to have like an actual ceremony where like people can come, so to like renew their vows and like have like an actual wedding. So hopefully that gets to happen. And their honeymoon was to Jamaica, so it was a Jamaican themed party, and it was great. It was awesome. In September, both of my best friends are pregnant, and I'm not exactly sure if I found out both of them in September, but they're due one day apart in April. So Laura and Holly are both pregnant, and I'm so excited to be an aunt again, because like I just consider myself Aunt Katie to everyone's kids. So I'm so freaking excited to love these babies. Like, y'all don't even know. We went to Big Joel Safari. So if you like live in the St. Louis area, and you've probably heard of Big Joel's, and it was like the town over from where I went to school at, and now it's like a boop town over from where I live now. And I've never been. So we finally got to go, and it was actually super fun. I ended up taking Sal back like a month or so later, because I was like, yo, we gotta go here and you gotta see this, because you can spoon feed camels with a spoon, but it's not like a spoon, it's like a chili spoon, like a ladle almost, like a huge black spoon. It's so funny. We also went to the zoo, the St. Louis Zoo. You know, we all masked up, and we went to the zoo, and it was decorated for Halloween. So that was pretty cool, because they had like all their jack-o'-lanterns and lights and stuff, so that was kind of fun. It wasn't necessarily Boo in the Zoo because we went in the daytime, but it could have been. In October, I went to go see my friend Heather, who worked with me at Pizza Hut. I have not seen her since I quit Pizza Hut, 3 years. Now, we all like each other's stuff on like TikTok, Facebook, and everything like that. Like, you know, we're all here, we all see what's happening, but we haven't seen each other since then. And she was like one of our sub managers, so like she wasn't even part of our store. Like, she became part of our store because she subbed there so much. But it was so good to see her again, and she made me a picture. She painted me a picture. Like, she painted this, and it's a Batman standing on top of a Pizza Hut, and it's blacklight activated, and it's so cool. It's amazing. It's the best, and it's blacklight activated, so you can like shine it on there, and it looks like he's like there's a sunset behind him. It is so cool. I can't wait to display it when we move and get our house. we went to the darkness, and I was really sad because also I think it was in October when we had a case or so at the store, and we were out 7 people. And yeah, we're usually short staffed, like, not even gonna lie. Like, at this point I'm just used to it because I'm a supervisor now, and like even before I was a supervisor I was still doing like everyone's stuff, just whatever, you know, like we're all leaving at 9 at night, like we're walking out on time, what do I need to do? And so but we did get to go to the darkness because I needed to, you know, make it to at least one haunted house, even though last year was the first year that I ever went to any of them. But the ringleader was out. He was one of the people that quarantined. And so it was a completely different group of people this year, but it was still so fun. So it was me, Holly, the other Holly that we have, and Avery and Eric. We made Eric drive, and that was the best decision of our lives. And I'm pretty sure I made Avery go first in the line. So yeah, it was pretty fun. But we were like in and out because we got our tickets online, and you don't even need like to print them. It just sends you a thing to your phone. They just scan it and you walk right in. Like, it's amazing. So that was pretty cool, and I'm glad that we got to do something, even though the people that we would normally go with couldn't be there. Oh yeah, on Halloween I turned 24 and didn't really do anything. I went to my parents' house, and that was fun. We did go over there a few weekends before my birthday, and Mom and Dad had a bonfire, so that was kind of cool because they like decorated the entire backyard with lights and stuff. So like, instead of putting it in the front yard, they put it in the backyard because Mom loves her fire pit. So she was like, Halloween party in the backyard, let's go. I was like, I'm down. In November, I hit send and I went to Colorado. I traveled alone. 2 planes there, 2 planes back. And let's see, where I only had a layover at Dallas, and I've already been to the Dallas one, so I wasn't too worried. I was only worried once I got to the Denver airport because I was like, what do I do? But it was fine. It was fine. While we were down there, we went to Estates Park, which is like this cute little strip thing. Like, you gotta check it out. And then that same day we went to the Stanley Hotel, and we took the ghost tour, and I caught so many orbs on camera. Literally any of them that she talked about, I got one in every single room, and it is amazing. It's amazing. Like, I'm so excited that we did that. And I went to go see Leah, so I stayed with her. She had to work a lot of the days, which was totally fine because I went to my first dispensary, and yeah, so I was great. I was great. I watched every movie on Disney Plus. It was fine. In November, also, we had Thanksgiving at my aunt's house in St. Charles, and we have never done that. Never. I don't know why. Because, like she says, like, she doesn't know why we've never done it before, but I really hope it's gonna become a thing because we had Thanksgiving there, and there was like 8 or 9 of us. Sal got to go to that one. Sal couldn't go to Christmas, and it was so fun. It was so fun because usually it's just like me, Mom, Dad, and Dylan, which is totally fine, totally cool. Like, that's usually how we do it, but because of, like, you know, everyone's family is like not wanting to, you know, family, they were like, well, you guys, like, you know, you can come. And so, like, it was so fun. It was so fun. There was so much good food, and I really hope we do it again next year because I don't know, I just like all of us being together. I think she may have done it because, like, they didn't go to the lake. They were invited, but I don't know, they just didn't like want to go, I guess. And it's not like we were all together. We were in, you know, like separate condos, like the 4 of us, and then my uncle and his fiance, they were in like a different one. So, you know, like, it was COVID safe, but it was really fun. Oh, at Sal's family's Thanksgiving, they got a new horse, and I got to ride the other horse. I didn't ride the new one because they just got it the day before the family came over. And so I got to ride a horse. The last time I rode a horse that I can remember was when I had a babysitter, which was when I had my German Shepherd. That's where we got him from. Zeus, remember Zeus? Yeah. And Zeus died at the age of 14, like 3 years ago at this point. So it's been a shit ton of time. So much. And I was terrified. And he kept being like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this. And I'm like, bruh, I'm going in a circle. Like, just let me go in the circle. But, I mean, like, I get it, you know. Like, you gotta handle them a certain way or whatever in order for them to learn. But I'm like, I'm clueless. I'm just trying to ride the horse. But, yeah, so I got to ride the horse. So that was something. It was cool. Next time I'm just gonna pet it. I'll be like, yeah, I learned from you last year. Just say, hey, how you doing, little buddy? In December, it is, it's December, like, the 29th, I think, today, maybe? We went to the aquarium down at Union Station, but we just went for the wheel. And so me, Mom, Dad, and Dylan went and, you know, looked around everything at the aquarium, inside the buildings, and, like, all the lights. And we went on the wheel, which was super cool. It's actually taller than the Statue of Liberty, which is crazy because my dad was like, oh, this can't be more than like 100 feet or whatever. And then there's a sign that says it's taller than the Statue of Liberty. My dad's like, what? That's taller than the Statue of Liberty? Blah. Yeah. The views are actually really cool though. Like, if you live in St. Louis, I would definitely suggest checking it out just for the views, because you can see like the town, the arch, everything, like inside the Union Station from like above it. It's so cool. It is really cool. And like, we didn't actually go in the aquarium because it's like $25 a person, which doesn't really make any sense to me. But they should have like some kind of bundle pass or something, like the wheel and the aquarium or something, because it's $15 a person just to ride the wheel. The wheel, $15 a person. $25 a person to get into the aquarium that's inside a building that isn't even that big. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, and then we had Christmas at Ava's. We played this horse racing game, and I lost all of my money because I kept hitting basically the most expensive one, which was either 75 cents or $1. And yeah, I sucked, but it was really fun. It was really fun, and it was funny to watch all of us because we all get really loud and we have a fun time. Also, a few days ago, Christmas, the trailer's heat, actually, basically the trailer just like malfunctioned, and we had hotel Christmas. Yeah, it was 39 degrees in here, so we went to a hotel on Christmas. But it was great. And then Monday, someone came out and fixed the heat and the electric altogether. Literally, they had to replace the entire box outside because we were only getting like half capacity of like the like electric or, you know, voltage or something. And so that's why everything was like flickering, outlets weren't working, like the light would turn on, but like the outlets wouldn't. So like my two lights right here, they wouldn't turn on, but the main light would. And so it was just really weird. And then like the TV would turn on, but then it would shut off, and then it would have to restart, and it was just like this whole thing. And it was all, you know, 39 degrees in here, so thank God. But everything's working again. TVs are great. We had a Merry Christmas, you know, despite being in the hotel. We still had a great time, you know, just all being together. And the last thing that happened this year that makes me so excited, Laura came home to visit, and, you know, since she's pregnant and all, and I haven't seen her since she got pregnant, I'm like, oh my God, my best friend's having a baby. My best friend. And so it was really good to see her and Ricky. Ricky came too. I invited Sal, but of course Sal had to work. But it's always good to see Laura and catch up because she only comes up like 2-3 times a year, maybe. But she'll be back for our baby shower, which is awesome because it's another excuse to see her, and I'm so excited to just spoil the crap out of these babies. So let's see. I don't really know if there's a lesson behind 2020. You know, just kind of like go with the flow and like wear your mask, because if you don't wear your mask, you're probably gonna end up getting, you know, the virus, the Rona. I've been wearing my mask the entire time. I have not gotten a positive result, but I'm not gonna not say that I haven't had it, just because I work in a restaurant around a bunch of people, like, you know, workers and customers. So, you know, like, who knows? I've probably been exposed hella times, and, you know, it's whatever. But I do just want to address, you know, anyone that's lost anybody from this, during this, through this. I just really hope that you guys are okay, and that once this is over, you guys can find a way to properly, you know, have a service and like remember everybody that had passed away. And I just hope that this, you know, ends soon and we can go back to normal, because when I go to the store and I see everyone wearing masks, I think I'm in another planet. And even though it's December, like, I don't go to the stores that often. Like, when I go to Walmart, it's every time I go, because I'm like, holy crap, we all wear masks. Like, what? It's just crazy to me. But I am really glad that I did get to do the things that I did do this year, despite the restrictions, the shutdowns, the hour changes, you know, you name it. It's all happened. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about 2020. It was a decent year, and I'm excited to see where 2021 will take us, because who knows when this is gonna end. So mask up, my amigos. And I wish you the best 2021. But don't forget, we're gonna walk in real quietly, and we're not gonna touch nothing, okay? If you got TikTok, you know. All right, adios, my amigos. I'll see you next year. Bye.